Hi everyone, it's Alex Lee with Vine Life Farms, and we're doing our pruning today. As you might know, here's another short video. We're going to keep this one short on how you're going to prune your Buddleja or your butterfly bush. These are great shrubs, and this one is that we're looking at is long about I want to say probably 5 years old or so. And so it's well established, as a lot of the gardeners would say, well established. But I wanted to show y'all how to prune this. It's pruning time, so we need to get into that routine of February to be pruning. A lot of times on your roses and these other shrubs like this, a lot of the locals will say, make sure your roses and shrubs are pruned by President's Day. So we're right there around the corner, and things are about to start coming back to life out of their dormant period. So we're going to discuss about this. So here you can see I've already pruned this side of the butterfly bush, and we're going to be going over some of the other bits. But here, right here, as you can see, I made my last cuts from last year, and directly under that cut was a node, and it grew its new growth here. This was all from last year's growth. Butterfly bushes perform excellent in warm climates, in tropical climates, and even farther north into northern zones. But we're going to discuss this. Like I said in the other videos, you want to make sure that you have alcohol that you're spraying your pruners with, making sure you've got a good sharp pruner. And if you need to, those are for smaller stuff, and I like to use this a lot, especially on these bigger shrubs. These shears, just to make sure we're making a good cut through there. So when you're looking at this, as you can tell, this is about as tall as I am. So it's long about 5'6", 5'8", pushing 6 foot. So we want to take it down probably about 2/3. And this is really close to 2/3. That's what I call almost. It's an approximate amount. So that's going to be good enough. Don't be afraid on these again. Just like your roses and hydrangeas, you can't be afraid or you're going to mess up then. And it's really hard to really mess up on these because they're going to be coming back out. The heat, the moisture is going to really bring these back out and back to life with coming around with spring. So not to worry about it right now. You're pruning at the right time in February or March, or even you could do it in the fall. So don't worry about that. So we're going to go ahead and prune in here, and you want to prune some of these little leaves in here. Those are just sort of what it had sent up after it bloomed last year and lost a lot of its older leaves. But this is sort of its new growth trying to pop on out. Might have got nicked by a cold front. Don't worry, it's going to be all right. Once true spring gets here, a lot of folks in the south, we're in this false spring right now of warmer weather, but we know it's February and we know there's going to be another cold front coming through. And it's going to nick these back if they send out a lot of growth. Don't worry if they get nicked back. They'll come back out. So within here, you want to look at the nodes. And so we've got a node right here that I'm looking at that right there. So you want to prune above it, or like down here above that one. So the good thing about the butterfly bushes, they tell you exactly where the nodes are at. Normally, they're going to show you exactly where they're at. And if you don't know and you're not able to see, it's going to be all right. Just make the cut, and it'll find its node. It knows exactly where that node's at, and that plant's going to find it come spring, and it's going to bloom back out. So when you're pruning, I like to go just above what I did last year. So you want to come here, prune right there, right above the node, where it's going to send out its new growth. If you go back and look at some of my other videos that I'm going to be posting about roses and hydrangeas, you know, we're looking at damaged and diseased. And so you look for that first, of course. But in this case, I'm completely cutting this back, giving it what we would call normally a renewal prune. A lot of the other farmers, vegetable farmers, when you think about a renewal prune, that's back to the complete ground. Now, we're not doing that, but we're giving it a really good prune back. So, you know, don't be afraid. Just go in there, do what you got to do. The plant is going to be all right. Remember, discard your waste. These woody plants, they can get a lot of diseases and mildews and fungus growing on them that we cannot see with our eyes. And so if you see it, of course, definitely discard it. But if you don't see it, and a lot of these plants we don't see it in, just be careful. You know, don't try to compost that. Those funguses are going to stay around in your gardens and other places. So we want to reduce that as much as we can. So make sure you're pruning it back really well, you know, and discarding all of that you're cutting off, because there could be a lot of diseases. If you have any questions about butterfly bushes or pruning in general, I would hope that I would be able to answer that question and give you a good, honest answer to that. So leave those questions in the comments if you have any questions about it. Happy gardening, and let's get this pruning on where we can get some new renewal growth in the spring. Y'all have a good day.